welcome to the 9th day of 12 days of Seaman. One second here. It's 13 o'clock. On the dot. It's time to check in with everyone's favorite creature. Let me change the background here. There we go. Looks good. This is a special day because Seaman basically has access to all of its responses. Wait a minute. I think this is Renahiro.
Oh shit, don't tell people about that.
I'm not saying anything.
Oh, it was in Japanese anyway.
I mean, that's right. I mean, it's just a regular game. We like playing Japanese games.
I just play games I can't fucking read.
Yeah, we can't read them. We sure can't.
Hello. Welcome to the laboratory of Jean-Paul Gasset. Greetings and welcome back. You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
First, a recap of your previous visit. Did you notice the Gillman has begun to sprout legs, preparing for the next step in his evolution? Land. However, this tank holds only water at the moment. Changes must be made to facilitate their new appendages. Also, with the addition of legs, this creature can no longer be referred to as Gillman. Rather, he'll be referred to as podfish from this point forward. Did you see the moth emerge from the cocoon?
Yes.
It is quite amazing. If you missed it, watch your next pupa carefully. At the moment, the habitat contains 2 podfish. They appear to be very hungry. So let us head over to the tank.
2 podfish? I'm gonna update the title then. Ooh, their legs are big.
It's about time.
Time to make the tank perfect for Seaman.
Sweet. precious hair.
My seeds have grown as well. Looks good in here.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Hey, food. Here. Now.
I better lay eggs soon. I mean, I only have 2 more pellets. I hope I don't have to move food again. Felt like a very hard game having to do that. Maybe you're gonna lay some eggs. I hope you lay some eggs.
I'm hungry.
Oh yeah. I know.
Hey. Oh, good. Food. Okay. Oh, yummy baity goodness.
Fucking that Seaman up.
Feed me right now.
Here you
Give
go.
me something to eat. I'm starving. Yum, food. Hey. Mmm, tasty. Hello?
Hello.
Good day to you.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Wow. You're a freak.
Freak?
I'm a super freak.
What's up? What's up?
So tell me, do you own a computer?
Yes.
So you own a computer, right?
Yes.
You have a computer, and yet you'd rather sit here and talk to me. Well, that's touching. No, really it is.
Thank you.
Sure, that's what they all say.
Pikachu.
My name is Seaman, Fuzzbucket.
That's right. When is your birthday? When is your birthday?
What's up?
When is your birthday?
So, do you own a Mac or a PC?
Mac.
Holding fast against the PC juggernaut, eh? I admire your resolve, or your foolhardiness.
Oh man, he has no idea what's happened to Apple these past decades. You have no idea, huh?
Aw, shucks. So, do you own a laptop or a desktop?
Laptop.
Well, aren't you the busy little beaver? I hope you're not one of those people that has to have their entire office with them every second of the day. Let the mating begin.
What? You're doing this now?
Close your eyes, kids. Time for Seaman After Dark.
This is what makes the game really thrilling. I believe one of them gets pregnant. Like, I think this one gets pregnant. I'm not sure though. It seems to be just random. Gross. You die? I'm gonna have to rename the other one. No. It came out. Cool. There's an egg. Yes. There's one at least. Awesome. Two little eggs. Welcome to the world, big moth. Nice to see some birth after seeing that death. I mean, come on. Get that out of here. What's up?
So what do you use your computer for?
Video games.
Oh, you use it for creative projects?
No.
I thought you just said you use your computer for creative work. What do you use it for?
Games.
So you use your computer for fun and games?
Yes.
Okay, just don't get so absorbed in your little games that you forget to take care of me. I'd hate to lose out to some flight simulator or something.
You won't. I love you.
Is something bothering you, little one?
No.
Oh, I see. Maybe you shouldn't alarm me like that then. I'm gonna pee if you don't stop. Quit it, it hurts.
Are you okay after your friend just died? I mean, God. That was gruesome. Look at this cool moth. I'm so happy that they're laying eggs. I would definitely wouldn't have to repeat moving food over. Time for hypnosis. Come here. It's probably the neatest hypnosis I've done.
I feel dizzy.
Oh, while I'm playing this, okay, so I went to the grocery store this morning. Of course, I meant to just get milk, but while I was there, I had to like linger by the fish section, because there wasn't like room for me to walk past people. While I was lingering by the fish, I saw salmon fillets, and I thought, oh, that makes me hungry. So I'll have those later. So it's gonna be a good dinner night. I've been working on losing weight by changing my diet and exercising more, and I asked for a standing, like stationary bike for my birthday, which is, I usually don't have an interest in or ask for exercise things, especially not a big device like that, but it's been great. I mean, Hazel uses it too. She loves exercising and keeping fit in the first place. So I'm happy that it's something that we can both use. It at times makes me wish I had a bike. But it's nice to be able to use this one without needing a helmet. It's not like wearing a helmet's terrible. It's just, the little things. That, and I can do it in the privacy of my own home. What are you doing, kicking around? Anyway, salmon's pretty healthy. Salmon, chicken, and then some other fish too. I think it might be my favorite. But there are times where I'm, like, especially when I eat certain vegetables, I think, oh, I would love to have, a fillet of, like, whitefish or a fillet of salmon. I'm also southern, so I do love fried catfish. It's not healthy, but fresh fried catfish fillets, definitely delicious, especially when it's the very end of the fillet and it's like thin and crispy and it curls up. Oh, so good. That's the bad part about the South, is that we have a lot of like very tasty food and not a lot of it's healthy. There are some southern food that's healthy. I mean, like, just if you eat greens, like southern style greens, usually, you can make those without putting in a big pieces of ham or bacon, which is usually how they're made here, along with every bean dish too. Like, black eyed peas are eaten widely across the South, right? And a lot of other places in the world. Like, the South isn't the only place where we eat okra, for example. But yeah, it can be difficult when I'm, traveling across town and all I smell is like, fast food burger smell. But the more alluring smells and tempting smells, obviously, are from all the barbecue places we have here. We have tons of barbecue places. And it's a very pleasant smell. Like, even when I wasn't eating meat, and when I was like grossed out by meat, because I did have, I want to say, like, it was, I can't remember precisely. It was half a year or a year period of time where I wasn't eating meat, and that was after I had my appendix out. It just made me feel sick, and like made me sick sometimes. And like I asked, I was like, is this normal? And they were like, well, not really, but the human body can do weird things after having surgery. And I was like, yeah, that's fair, I guess. It just, I had no idea that being grossed out by meat would be one of the side effects. Maybe it's because they showed me my appendix, like, and they were telling me, like, oh, this appendix is big as, like, a circus peanut, like, that thing was gonna burst, and maybe that just grossed me out, and, like, I didn't enjoy the idea of eating meat. But now it's like, you know, it's whatever, but I definitely don't really enjoy it when it's like a gross burger patty or something, like, you know, just a specifically like a nasty burger. But then again, I do love gross old hot dogs, which are probably the most notorious nasty meat, other than, like, I don't know, people are really grossed out by, like, organs, like offal. They're really grossed out by offal, which I get. I think that's probably the most visceral. Like, you know, when you think, when most people think organ, like, I think of chicken livers, because I'm Southern. I don't think of, like sheep brain, but for some people that might be the first thing they think of, is like, oh, eating brains and hearts and stuff. Like, yeah, it's pretty gross. Like, I can't argue with that. But sometimes, like, I would just trust my family, like, to try some. They'd always be like, you know, you don't know until you try it, which is totally fair. There are some foods that I didn't eat for, like, many, many years, and then finally tried it, like, when I was in my 20s, or hell, even my 30s sometimes, and I was like, wow, like, this is not as bad as I thought it was. Stuff like pimento cheese. I used to get grossed out by pimento cheese. And then hummus for a long time too. I thought hummus smelled like barf, and so I didn't want to eat it. Deviled eggs also. I didn't eat deviled eggs until I was like 25, after I made some at my old job, and I obviously had to test it, make sure it was okay. So I tried some of the, like, the filling that we were gonna pipe in to make sure it was okay, and I was like, wow, that is really good. But otherwise, deviled eggs, like, just looking at them grossed me out. What food do you like? Oh, it's not gonna talk to me while it's swimming. Can I interrupt it? No. I don't think these will hatch today. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they do, but, like, I saw them being late, so. Very chatty on this stream. I didn't have my medication for a couple days, and I got back on it yesterday, so I'm a little chatty. And I've also been pent up. Like, you know, excited to stream. This is a big Seaman day of asking questions. Pikachu. Hello? Don't want to talk again. Just wants to backwards swim. I still gotta get a couple of questions out of it. Like, I think it'll ask me more about the computers and the internet. Look at that one. Look at that one's face. It's a real shame that Seaman 2, well, it's a shame for me. It's not a shame that it came out, but it's a shame that it never made it out of Japan, never got localized. It seems very intense of a game compared to this one. You get like a whole island. It's on the PS2 specifically, and like that it came with a special PS2 microphone to use on a controller. You could get like a Sega inspired, I guess, PS2 controller, and then they had a one that was like circular. They had a controller that was like a circular in shape. That also had a microphone built in for, I think, Seaman re-release on the PlayStation 2, which is also Japan only. They also had Christmas Seaman, a special edition of Seaman 1 basically on Dreamcast. Maybe PlayStation 2 also, not sure. But on Dreamcast it was, it had Seaman wearing Santa clothes and a hat. I believe they also had something that was like Seaman email in Japan. You use a disc and you can like write someone a message and then like give them the disc. Or it could have been like a web, like a yeah, it was like a disc for your computer, like a CD-ROM, and you could send messages like using your email and using that in tandem with it. I wish you would quit doing that. I really want to talk.
Oh, put me down,
Wow,
air
he's
sucker.
big.
Come on, let me go. What are you doing? Oh, I come from Alabama with my banjo on my knee. Drop.
Why does he sing that? Also, what the fuck? Let's get that out. Hey. Seaman. I want to give you a name. Hey. Hello? 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 Hey. Hey. Let's talk. Let's talk. You little worm. You little worm. Hello? I'll just try it when he's not upside down. Let's talk.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Hey. Hey.
You bet.
Let's talk. Let's talk.
Something.
Hey. Don't be rude.
Yes.
Let's talk. Let's talk.
What?
Let's talk.
So, would you say the computer makes your life easier or more complicated?
More complicated.
It makes your life more complicated? But you said you use it for fun. You must be playing some really stressful games.
That's right. Yeah, you're right.
You know it. You were saying before that you own a computer, so I'm assuming you're not unfamiliar with computers, what they do and so forth. Would you be willing to say that the computer is the #1 invention of the 20th century.
No.
Really? Well then, what do you think is the greatest invention of the 20th century?
Internet.
I think I'd have to disagree with you. I mean, sure, computers aren't perfect, and some would say that they've made you humans all soft and weak. But people are evolving into much different creatures nowadays. There's no need to escape the jaws of any natural enemies. Your brains are in the process of a much higher metamorphosis.
It's chilling. That's scary. That's scary.
Like the spice?
What?
Eh?
Let's talk.
Well, as you can see, I find computers pretty fascinating. They've changed everything around you so much that you probably couldn't even visualize a world without them. And of course, as with any huge technological advance, they've brought with them a lot of dangers to watch out for. But I still think the good that computers have brought to the world outweighs the evils. It's just important for you humans to communicate with each other and not become overly dependent on your machines. And that's all I have to say on the subject. Let's talk again sometime soon.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I want to give you a name.
Yes?
I want to give you a name. I want to name you.
What's up?
I want to give you a name. I want to give you a name. I want to give you a name.
Okay, I'm going to let you
Yes.
give me a name.
Yes.
When you've decided what you want to call me, say, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right then. Here's how to do it. You're going to say my new name 3 times. Each time I say now, say the name once. Got it? Now.
Pervert.
One more time.
Pervert.
One more time.
Pervert.
Okay, I'll remember that. Next time you want to call me using that name. And don't forget the name you gave me. 'Cause if you do, I'm not going to tell you what it is. Well, until next time, bye.
There he goes, changing color. Hey, pervert. Pervert.
Hello?
Freak. Pervert.
What do you want?
I think poorly of you.
What do you want?
I want you. I want you.
I love you too, Pookie.
Let's kiss.
Put this tongue in that mouth. Dream on.
Let's hug.
You know what really chaps my hide? It's how the English language is set up so that you never get a straight answer. For example, you might say, "This is one of the tallest buildings in America." But what does that mean? One of the tallest buildings. There is only one tallest building, correct? This is very confusing to me.
Well, I think you're the best Seaman.
What?
I think you're the best. I think you're great. I think you're great.
What's up?
Let's dance.
It'll cost you $1.
Okay.
There you go.
Wow. That's what you think dancing is? Just throwing a turd at me? I'm gonna cook this soon. Not really. Okay, thank you all for joining me on the 9th day of Seaman. I know it says 12 days of Seaman. However, reviewing what I know about this game might actually be more than 12 days. That's right, we might have more than 12 days of Seaman. I'm not saying this like an advertisement when they tell you that they'll send you another one free. I'm saying this because I did not correctly estimate how long this game is. I think it might squarely be 14 days, like 2 weeks. Again, not sure. When we get to day 12, I'll know for sure, because like they need a lot of stuff to happen. And I believe there's like at least 5 days of them talking about topics. And so far it's only been this day where he's brought up like how he feels about computers and the internet. I know he talks about religion and politics and well, no, yesterday he did ask if I liked myself, but that's sort of getting to know me more than talking about just general happenings. Yeah, Seaman's been pretty good today, I think.
Stop it. Stop
And
it.
I'll definitely be thinking about
whoa,
him.
whoa,
when
whoa. Watch the fin.
I'll be thinking about him when I have my salmon. Rest in peace to this other Seaman. I don't know why the fuck it's not gone yet. And we'll see these two grubs get born tomorrow too, so that'll be something to look forward to. Hopefully we'll get a special one without having to just feed them immediately first. Yeah. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Later, Fuzzy.
I love you. I love you.
Listen, I don't know if our relationship can handle this, you know. Besides, what would the neighbors think?
I wish you loved me.
Sure, that's what they all say.
Bye.
Wow, you're a freak.
Bye. Bye.
Later, Fuzzy.
Would you like to save and end the session?
See y'all tomorrow. Take care and have a good one. And I'll be back. We're gonna see this to the end. The bitter end.